All right, I'm on hole number 13 of the 2019 Christmas tournament in the opening round of the rookie division. Hole number 13. Okay. All right. All right. Lower developed clubs, please bring out a 100% accurate driver. QB, rock. More than likely your QB and hit up into this area. You can bring a Marlin ball. Any ball you bring is going to get you farther up the chute. No overpower. Take the wind out. Yeah, you can hit a 2-ring great to the left or the right and still end up in the fairway. The only way you're going to not be in the fairway is if you hit a shot good. And if you bring your extra mile out of here and you hit a 2-ring shot to the left or the right, you're going to end up in the rough. Why bring out a less accurate club when you're trying to hit down a chute and you're doing a layup? If you've got upper developed stuff, you can recover if you get into the rough or the sand out here. So there's no risk of going, you got to try to get out here because this puts you in your short iron or wedge range. So I'm going with my upper developed stuff out here. If you don't have upper developed stuff, lay it up out here. You're going to have a long iron shot 100% of the time to go into the cup and get your eagle. 100% of the time. So with my lower developed stuff, I am going out here because it is the high percentage. If I took this shot 100 times, I'm going to make eagle consistently more than I do getting this shot, because over here, you're going to find yourself in the rough or the sand occasionally, or you're going to end up clipping it over here. And so this shot's going to be, while the end result down here, if you get in the right spot, is awesome, you still have work to do. But what you're going to find is that 20 or 30% of the time, you're going to be in a bad spot. And so consistency wise, this is the higher percentage shot. So hit over here if you've got lower developed stuff. I, on the other hand, am an idiot, and I'm going to continue to go with my upper developed stuff to the other side. And what I have found on this hole is I'm going to bring a power 4 ball. And I'm trying to cut that wind down on the other side to get into the cup, so I'm going to bring a Kingmaker X. And I'm going to bring my extra mile. And everything else in there should work. Let's see what some of these clubs have as far as distance. My Nirvana is the way to roll. If you've got an upper developed razor, if you got a level 9 razor, it's the same distance as a Nirvana. I am so comfortable hitting my Nirvana, and I know how the rings work on it, that I'm reluctant to move off of it. But if you don't have maxed out stuff and you've got an Amazon and it hits farther out of the rough, this might be a hole just in case you are doing the shot on the left that I'm trying to do. You may have a better chance of recovering, especially if you end up in the rough over here. If you end up in the rough on the front before you get to the sand, I don't care what you have, you're in trouble. And it's very easy to do, because if you pinch up against this front edge, if you pinch up against that front edge, it rolls over on the front. Now switch to a QB. Switch bags. They've got 4 bags, and they're going to hit this with their extra mile. Oh my gosh. Do layup shots with a more accurate club, please. If you hit perfect and you made a great wind adjustment, you're fine. But I don't hit perfect every time, unfortunately. Couple rings off. Up there in my max range. Three, 1, that's about a ring and a half. Put some curl on it to bring it back to the fairway. Hitting it perfect. See if I got the curl right. It's all about right down there, about not clipping this rough. It's almost threading the needle. The way to do that is to pull it more to the left, and I haven't had enough time to practice on this hole. With Christmas and stuff, I didn't have enough time. My normal way to come at a hole like that is I would put on max topspin and I wouldn't worry about the side spin. And then I would set the shot up so I could use max curl. And I would continue to work that number. So I'd know up there at the top I need to be 3 rings off of this or 2.5 rings off of that. And if I take out the wind and put on max curl, I would open up the fairway so I have the fairway be wider instead of trying to thread the needle like that. But that where I'm at right there is the goal for that shot. And I'm going to do about a 10% wind adjustment from here. Let's see how close I can get to my rings. That's good. I'm not quite, where am I at in my club? So there's min. There's max. So I'm about mid club, so it's 1.9 per ring, and I'm going to do a 10% wind adjustment. And a little backspin. Get right at the cup. 10%. It's 2.7. It's 1.9. So there's 1.9. That leaves me, it's about a ring and a half. A little shy of a ring and a half, but I'm going to do a ring and a half. Hitting it perfect. Gave myself a look. Got a look. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. In the hole. Mid club. Hornet. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm trying to get down there to the bottom to get into my short iron range. Anytime I can get into my short iron range, I feel like I've really got a shot. I'm okay with my long irons, but I have got that short iron. I have played that Hornet for so long that I know my numbers on my Hornet. And I know that those numbers are not the numbers that you're going to get if you use any of the apps. But I play my Hornet 1.1 at max, 1.9 at mid, and 2.2 at minimum. And I am so comfortable with those numbers. I have 100% faith in them that if I can get down in that area, that I can get it done. All right, that was hole number 13 of the 2019 Christmas tournament in the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.